Hello there. I'm Thomas Sheridan, and I'm going to be showing you my website that I did for my comms class to show the word modules and how it'd be useful in the domain that I, that I created some sorts on the website. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. There we go. So if I'm doing this right, you can see my website. I call my website Cheap Controls. Basically, my website is all about 3D printing in video games and how we could use that to create cheaper and sturdier controllers, accessories like joystick raisers and trigger stoppers, and all different sort of things like keyboards, wrist wrist holders, and mouse pads and mices and all sorts of stuff. So here I just talk about our business. We're solely on 3D printers and technological parts to do the actual engineering in the controller. For example, to make the buttons work with the consoles and everything. So it's not only the 3D printing, because 3D printing is not there yet. We can't make a working computer, for example, out of 3D printing, but it's slowly getting better. As you can see, I made myself a quote, and here we get the interesting stuff where I state my Microsoft Word usage on my website. So if we click discover, it's going to move us to my product verification document, which is essentially kind of made like a research paper, but obviously it wasn't research in it. It was little extras and different types of how do we say this in English? Different types of properties to each product. I could whip it out real quick. Word. Oh, I'm not sure if we're seeing the same thing, but if it works, it's supposed to be sharing my screen with a Word document. So here I say that this will come in every single product's packaging with instruction to verify the authenticity of each product to avoid scammers and replicas of the actual accessories. Yeah, I created a simple rule for identifying the real products, that it's the first and the last letter in the series of letters and numbers should correspond to the first and last letter of the product's name. For example, a mice named Artemis should have its first and last letter be A and a S in the series of numbers and letters. And here I put a little footnote to show where the actual series number is. Here I say it's located under the product holder inside of the package. So I think it's pretty straightforward where it is. Next, I talk about what comes in the package, a little extra. For example, controllers, we give trigger stoppers or controller grip. Keyboards, it's a magnetic wrist holder, and mouses come with mouse pads. And then I continue talking about companies like Racers or Astros and thanking the customer to put our trust in us. So that's for the research paper. That's not really a research paper, but we get the point. So if I come back to the here, then after this, we've got our employment, which is essentially a flyer about possibilities of employment. Here, I don't need to make it bigger. I think we can see. But yeah, I have a number, not a number, but a dotted list of aspects I'm looking for in an employee, such as not scared of shooting ideas, creativity, and experience with video games, and these types of stuff. And then I made a little table over here with events such as open doors and job interviews, with the where, which I host the open doors as a virtual meeting on March 23rd. And I host job interviews at my local town, Pepper Mines, on March 25th. So here we can see this flyer. You could really, we got the company name at the top and a bright blue box. And then underlined, there's the what essentially it is, which is a 3D printing gaming company based in Pepper Mines, because that's where I'm from. And at the end, I add I finished the fly off for additional information. Contact us at and it's my email address. Here I added the hypothetical job offers, like a finance and operations coordinator. Any company needs that. An office manager, a product manager, and a product assembler, because of course you got to 3D print the object, but you need to put it together and like box it up and send it off. So that's for my flyer. And then if we go to advantages, I made a little 3D art of advantages. I think I could make it a little bigger by pulling up my Word document. That's not the right one. Belong right here. I titled this better, because this simply to show advantages and of my brand against other brands. I didn't put other names, but it could be like Razer, Ashos. I took how should I say this, medium points. Like most of them are like this. Of course, it's not the same for every brand, but it pretty much goes the same way. I said that my brand has a low cost, because 3D printing, yes, the actual printer costs a lot of money, but the production cost and long term isn't as much as the other brands. I said we're good quality, because the kind of rubber that the 3D printer does is pretty malleable and resistant to wear and tear. As the other brands, I personally have many for example, controllers that are broken, either from raging, which is typical with gamers, and just like my space bar doesn't always work after using it for a couple of years. Meanwhile, I believe it wouldn't do the same with my company, so it's better quality, obviously. I said it's easily repaired, because since it's put together from 3D printing, you can order this certain piece that would have broken in that case and just reassemble it pretty easily, because everything fits in one another. Meanwhile, other brands don't allow for such possibilities. It's, oh, you broke your thing, well, buy another set. For example, if I smash my keyboard, there's pieces. I can't just buy I could buy switches, which are changeable, but the actual under the switches and all the technological stuff and everything, you can't change that. You got to buy another one. And I said we have a 2 years warranty because normally electronics have 1 year. Well, in terms of gaming, like you buy a controller at Walmart, it's gonna have a 1 year warranty. You know what? I'm giving another year extra of warranty because I'm pretty sure of my product. So that's for the advantages on my website. And as you can see, that's about it. I mean, I think the way I put a page for everything and put a screenshot, it'd be useful for every company, I think, to have product verification as I'm on this page, because some are pretty hard to distinguish between fakes and reals. I think this type of letter to be placed in packaging would be a great idea for others to follow on. But yeah, so I guess that's pretty much it. Yeah. So how do I stop the recording? Jeez Louise.